I'm now going to switch over to so Blake Glover, who's the USDA NRCS New York State Conservationist. And I also asked Blake at the last minute. And so I much appreciate him joining us at the late notice. And Blake is a very good partner. He's very supportive of a lot of different agencies and organizations. So I really do enjoy working with you, Blake, and thank you. And with that, I'll hand it over to you.
All right. Can you hear me okay, Aaron?
Yeah, you sound good.
All right. I got a new computer 2 weeks ago, and those federal employees that are online, you know, you're a little apprehensive on giving up your old one to get a new one. So I think I'm going to have to get my hammer out on this one and work on it a little bit. But Aaron, thank you for having me. Nicole, you're on your way out. Good job. Appreciate the opportunity this morning to be in front of the group. You know, I looked at the agenda yesterday, and climate was the name of the game as far as the agenda today. So I thought I would talk just briefly about, you know, the infrastructure bill and the Build Back Better plan that is currently in Congress for discussion, a lot of discussion. Yesterday, the president signed the infrastructure bill that will move forward in, you know, bridges, roads, all that good stuff. But what it means from an agency standpoint, or NRCS or USDA wide, is a lot of climate, right? A lot of climate activity for us. One of the bigger things is watershed dams, PL 566, and those sort of things. I believe the last time I saw it, there was roughly $600 million in there for rehab for watershed activities. So we look forward to seeing what that means for New York here in the next 6 months or so as they hash out where that money goes. New York has over 50, I believe 58 or 59 dams within New York that we either oversee or provide assistance for, whether that's rehab or management type work. We look forward to seeing what that means as far as infrastructure. Also within the infrastructure bill was to look at underserved communities, whether that be, you know, there's quite a few ideas out there as far as what that means. For New York, that could mean something like, you know, urban ag within the city and trying to get infrastructure, meaning water, to those properties for irrigation, whether they're not having to haul water, those sort of things. Those are all possibilities within this infrastructure bill that will come to NRCS. The Build Back Better plan has the potential to change how NRCS operates, from the standpoint of additional staff to addressing climate smart ag, identifying those practices that will address climate change, but to also provide funds through our program, financial assistance programs through the Farm Bill. EQIP, we currently receive about $1.2 billion in EQIP as a nation. With the Build Back Better plan, that will double. CSP, I believe it's around almost $1 billion, or right around that, and that would double as well throughout the nation. And it goes on and on. A CRP would be in that mix as well. Within the Build Back Better plan, they identified cover crops. Aaron, I know that NRCS and speaking out of turn here a little bit, but NRCS and AFT have worked together on cover crops and some of those things within the Genesee River watershed, and look forward to seeing what that may look like moving forward across the state and across the country. There's some incentive in there for cover crops. I believe there's $25 an acre for producers, and then there's another $5 an acre for owners, trying to push those producers into adopting these conservation practices as we move forward. So from an NRCS standpoint, we are excited about this Build Back Better plan, just from trying to address climate change, but also to, over the years, we have been understaffed And we're looking forward to identifying those needs out in the field through the Build Back Better plan and our operations to be able to continue to staff up a little bit and to provide assistance to our producers, and also to be able to work with our partners on a more regular basis on certain projects through the Build Back Better plan. There's a lot of options out there through this plan for us to move forward on. So those are excitements around the agency for us. We look forward to pushing those things forward once and if they get signed. And obviously there's a farm bill being talked about already for moving into 23 and 24. That's in addition to what the Build Back Better plan would provide for producers and NRCS as far as operations go. So there's a lot of changes within NRCS, potential changes within NRCS, exciting changes within NRCS. And we just look forward to that opportunity to also continue to work with our partners across the landscape. So Aaron, Nicole, appreciate the opportunity this morning, and look forward to the discussion this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Blake. Yeah, looking forward to continuing to work with you and other folks from NRCS across the state. Thank you so much for your time.